During World War II, there was one military group that became the most controversial symbol of Nazi Germany's cruelty and extreme discipline: the Waffen-SS. One of the lesser-known aspects, but one that holds much mystery, is the habit of some of their members to tattoo parts of their bodies, particularly on the arms. This tradition not only became a unique characteristic of this elite force, but also raised many questions about its purpose and meaning. Why was the tattoo so important to them? What were they truly trying to convey through this act? In military history, tattoos are often associated with symbolism, group identity, or even certain beliefs. However, in the case of the Waffen-SS, the reasons behind this practice seem far more complex and have deeper implications. The Waffen-SS was the elite force of the Nazis, whose members were initially drawn from the ranks of Hitler's most feared guards across Europe, the Schutzstaffel. At first, its members were chosen from among young men with strong physiques, whose pure bloodline had been tested according to the race that the Nazis believed to be the most perfect in the world, the Aryan race. However, not all of them were German. As casualties increased, the Waffen-SS began to accept foreign volunteers to fight under their banner, starting with Western Europeans who were considered related to Germans like Scandinavians, Belgians, French, and Dutch. The armed ranks of the SS later became filled with non-Germanic members. The main purpose of the tattoos on Waffen-SS members was to identify their blood type, especially in case a blood transfusion was needed when a soldier was unconscious, or when their dog tags and identification documents were lost in battle. These tattoos were usually applied by unit medics during basic training, although in some cases anyone assigned to the task could do it at any time during their service. Interestingly, although this tattoo was mandatory for all Waffen-SS members, not all soldiers actually had it. In fact, some high-ranking officers and those who joined late in the war were often not tattooed. Generally, this tattoo was only given to those who underwent basic Waffen-SS training. The tattoo served an important function, especially on the front lines, to save the lives of wounded soldiers through quick and accurate blood transfusions. A soldier's blood type was also recorded in personnel documents and other identity files, but this tattoo was considered a quicker, direct identification method in emergency situations. There were two variations of the tattoo, one using Gothic script and the other using Latin script, with the Latin version being introduced in the later stages of the war. The tattoo was about 7 millimeters in size and placed on the underside of the left arm, about 20 centimeters from the elbow, a mark that not only reflected medical necessity, but also part of the discipline and military identity of the Waffen-SS. As World War II drew to a close, Allied forces used these blood-type tattoos as one of the methods to identify Waffen-SS members. The Allies were particularly determined to capture all Waffen-SS members, especially because of their involvement in widespread and heinous war crimes. The Waffen-SS was known not only for their combat abilities, but also for their central role in carrying out Nazi genocide policies, including direct involvement in the Holocaust and many other war crimes. The blood-type tattoos, typically located on the left arm, were very useful in identifying former members, often leading to arrest, prosecution, and in some cases, execution. However, even though the tattoos were effective as an identification tool, not all Waffen-SS members had them. Some veterans involved in war crimes managed to evade Allied detection because they did not have the tattoo. One of the most famous examples is Josef Mengele, a Schutzstaffel officer who also served as a doctor at the Auschwitz concentration camp. Mengele was widely known for his deadly experiments on prisoners, as well as his role in deciding who would be sent to the gas chambers. Although the war had ended, Mengele managed to escape and live in hiding for years, eventually dying in Brazil in 1979. His ability to evade justice reflects how difficult it was for the Allies to capture all war criminals, even though they had identification tools like the blood-type tattoo. Many former Waffen-SS members and soldiers, aware of the risks they faced, sought to remove their blood-type tattoos to hide their involvement in the SS from Allied forces and post-war authorities. Removing these tattoos was not an easy process and often caused pain. One common method used was applying hydrogen peroxide tablets to the tattooed area. Although this process greatly irritated the skin and caused discomfort, the tattoo would typically fade within 2 to 3 days. However, the injured skin would take about 2 to 3 weeks to fully heal. Some Waffen-SS members, however, remove their tattoos through surgery or by burning the skin. The existence of these tattoos not only became a tool for the Allies to prosecute former SS members, but also raised serious concerns for immigration officers in various countries, including the United States. In the US, immigration officers used the presence of these tattoos to screen former Nazi members attempting to enter the country post-war. S members with such tattoos were eventually denied entry into the United States,